Hello, coloring fans. Bill Clanton here with another great book review. And this time we're looking at the True Ghost Story adult coloring book inspired by Jim Harold's Campfire. And it's illustrated by Len Peralta and put together with Jim Harold. And if you've never heard of Jim Harold's Campfire, then look for the podcast. You're going to want to check out that podcast because that's going to tie right into the pages you're about to see. So the podcast is about sharing ghost stories and the paranormal. Well, here are some coloring pages that tie in with that, and I personally love the concept of this book. It's art tied in with actual people's stories and real life experiences that they've had in the paranormal realm. So let's open the cover. True Ghost Story adult coloring book inspired by Jim Harold's Campfire, as I mentioned. There's some notes in the beginning where it explains where you can find Jim's podcast. This is nice because if you've ever tried out a new pencil or a new pen or whatever the case may be, and you don't know how it's going to react on the page, you don't want to try it on one of the actual pages, this page is for testing that out. So that's how you can check out your colors and check out your shading and make sure that that medium is going to work for you. And there's a couple of test pages in here for you. And just look at some of this artwork. I am looking forward to getting out my pencils later on today and having a lot of fun. I'll be sharing some of my versions of these coloring pages from this book. And just the artwork, phenomenal. And each one is connected with a specific ghost story or story told on Jim Harold's Campfire, the podcast program. Just very well done art. I think that as Halloween being right around the corner, just a few months away from the time of me filming this, but also just, you know what, hey, a good ghost story is fun no matter what time of the year it is. So definitely look up the podcast, and that will be a perfect accompaniment to you coloring in these pages. Imagine just sitting there, relaxing, grab a cup of coffee, listening to the podcast while you color these pages in. Really, really well done. I think that you'll have hours of entertainment just having fun with these coloring pages. Now let's flip all the way to the back, and this is the part that really struck me as ingenious, we'll say. Each coloring page was inspired by a specific episode of Jim Harold's Campfire. So you'll see there is a quick thumbnail of the coloring page and then the podcast episode that it is specifically tied to. So that'll help you find the right podcast to listen to while coloring in these pages. So there's my quick review of the True Ghost Story adult coloring book inspired by Jim Harold's Campfire. I would say definitely make it part of your weekend getaway if you need some time maybe to relax, or perhaps it's one of those middle of the day things, or perhaps past the bewitching hour. Very well done. Great book. And if you want more information about getting this book, look for the link in the description of this video. Or look for more information on my Facebook. Look up Jim Harold. Look up his podcast. And you can find him on Twitter. I'll have all the information in the description right there below this video. And if you want more information about me or my books, you can go to BillClantonBooks.com or check out my blog and other book reviews at ColoringForLife.com.